Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fandom Fights. We got a good match for you today. We got a teams match for you. We got Galac-Deez Nuts going up against All Freaks No Geeks. Both names I kind of hate saying, but you know what? Lovely people behind the names, so I'll get over it. So we got Kirk on the desk. Kirk, the last time you hosted a Fandom match, I think I played in it and I lost. That's how long ago it took because I haven't played in over a year. So, but you're here. Thank you for being here. How are you doing?
Absolutely. I'm doing great. Hey, you know what? When people think Fandom, they think of me. So I think it's only appropriate I'm here for, I don't know. Is this the first team's match of the year?
That we're recording? I'm not sure about airing.
Well, we'll pretend it is. And, you know, it's a special event. That's why I'm here.
It is it is not the first one. It is not the first one. We did shoot another one already. Yeah, that's right. But it's still a special event nonetheless. We got, like I said, Dylan and Ryan of All Freaks No Geeks going up against Abel and Antonio. Galac-Deez Nuts. Galac-Deez Nuts went on a very, very impressive run last year, being one of the best rookie teams of the year. And Dylan and Ryan also came in. All Freaks No Geeks having a really impressive couple showings. Didn't play as many matches as Galac-Deez Nuts, but definitely impressive showings in their wins and losses. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens when these two teams come together today. But enough talk from us. Let's go talk to them right now in the promos.
Hey, so actually no pressure's on us tonight because if this is our last match together, Ryan will be teaming up with Jay in the future, and Dylan will go back to cage fighting on the weekends, taking out all the opponents off call because we don't like to do it on call, obviously. Listen, I'm back. Last time I managed, me and Jake and Fandom went at each other. Listen, I only have one goal in mind this season. Death to the Kingsmen and only the Kingsmen. So Fun DMC, if you win tonight, congrats. I hope you go on and challenge for belts. But the Kingsmen is the blood I want, and I think you guys have the shot to win. So just answer one question at a time. Let's play.
Yeah. Listen, for once, Cody and I can agree on something. So I'm just gonna take that and roll with it, guys. Really excited to have you guys back this season. You guys were one of the best, as Tim said earlier, you guys were one of the best rookie teams last year. And I know that a couple of the losses that you had, I think, really motivated you guys. I think you guys are back hungry and ready to go. I'm really fired up to see what you guys do this season.
I think no longer being a rookie team is actually somehow more pressure or something. I don't know.
We don't want the sophomore slump. That's what we don't want.
We're still wearing jerseys. At least I am.
Yeah.
So, different kind of jersey, but yeah, I think you can't take these guys lightly. I think they're a solid squad, but I think you guys have proven how good you are, and I think you're gonna do well today. So
let's do it.
Feeling good. Let's do it.
Kirk, I have one question for you after the promo. Are you hungry?
I am starving.
I'm starving for a great match. Let's get into it. Round number 1 is going to work like this. There are going to be 10 questions from 10 random categories in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each question is going to be worth 1 point a piece. If you get all 10 questions correct, you will be issued a bonus question to you, only to you. Each team has 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the whole match. Team, any questions as we get into it?
All good.
All right, Kirk, would you please kick us off with question number 1?
Absolutely. Question number 1 comes in the category of Middle-earth. Who is the only person to both imprison Gandalf and help set him free from imprisonment in a Middle-earth film?
You are meh on these movies, huh?
I'll pull the Andrew James Barr. They are movies I respect more than I like.
That's fair. I can take it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Abel.
I also don't hate that take, even though they're my favorite movies ever. So,
let's go to Dylan.
Said Saruman.
Antonio.
Saruman.
And Ryan.
Saruman.
Saruman is correct. Clean sweep to start off the match. That's what you like to see. Your next question is going to be in the category of BC. What specifically does Constantine do to himself that gets Satan to come visit him at the end of Constantine? So yeah, in 2020 and 2021, I watched the entire Middle-earth saga 6 times. So in 2022, I decided to calm down, and I only watched it once. And so I just did another rewatch at the beginning of 2023. I think I might just make it an annual thing now. Beautiful, beautiful films. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Dylan.
He slits his wrists.
Antonio.
I said he tries to commit suicide.
Let's go to Ryan.
I also wrote down commit suicide.
And Abel.
And I said, kill himself.
So we did ask for specifically. So the specific is cuts his wrists. So I can only take Dylan's answer.
Okay.
Which makes it 3-2 in favor of all freaks, no geeks. Kirk, what is the next question, man?
All right. Next question comes in the category of DreamWorks. Who voices Shark in The Bad Guys? Now, when you do your watch throughs, are you watching the animated movies as well?
Normally in the past, I would watch the animated Lord of the Rings because it was part of Fandom, but not the other ones. As of right now, I have not. I just watched the trilogy so far. I'm going to go to The Hobbit next, and then we'll see if I'm feeling like torturing myself after that. So, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Antonio.
Jason Bateman. No idea.
Let's go to Ryan.
I just said Ken Jeong.
Abel.
I actually have no. I said Octavia Spencer. I don't know.
And Dylan.
Isn't Mark Maron in this movie?
Mark Maron is in the movie, but that is incorrect. We were looking for Craig Robinson.
Oh.
I said a lady.
Your next question is going to come in the category of sci-fi icons. Which sci-fi icons film was the first one to mention the creation of a futuristic city called Delta City?
I'm a big fan of the new category here.
This category specifically, or all the new ones?
Well, all of the this one most of all, I think. Well, this and Cops, because Law and Order.
Yeah,
I feel like Phantom's growing up a little bit.
5, yeah, that's right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I didn't want to say it, but you're a big Transformers fan, Kirk. Let's get into the answer starting with Ryan.
I drew a blank. I couldn't pull it.
All right, Abel.
RoboCop 3.
Dylan.
I wrote RoboCop. I meant the original, not the remake, but
And Antonio. Oh.
I meant the original, also RoboCop.
We will take RoboCop. Yep, that is the correct answer. The original RoboCop.
Good job, Dylan. Good job, man.
4-3 in favor of all freaks, no geeks. Your next question is going to come to you from Kirk.
All right, and it's going to come to the category of Star Wars. Who destroys a Sith Wayfinder in The Rise of Skywalker?
This is your favorite Star Wars film, I hear.
Second favorite of the new trilogy.
Ooh, interesting. Spicy.
Yeah.
I mean, you hate that other one that we don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
You're not a fan.
Not a fan.
Yeah, I remember you talking about it on a Top 100 one time, and it made me laugh really hard. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Abel.
I'm in Struggle Forest. I said Kylo Ren.
Let's go to Dylan.
I said Poe.
Antonio.
I said Kylo Ren.
And Ryan.
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren is correct. So we are all tied up 5-5 as we get into your next question in the category of Planet of the Apes. What government position does Ari's father Sandar hold in 2001's Planet of the Apes? Also known as Burton's Planet of the Apes, if you want to be fancy, I guess. This movie's trash.
Is this, you've watched them all, is this the worst one out of all of them?
I think so. Nick and Cody strongly disagree with me on that one. We've argued about it a lot. I think this movie is like unwatchable, personally, but
it's rough.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. The older ones have actors I like and are enjoyable. Let's go to Dylan.
Senator.
Let's go to Antonio.
I said governor.
Let's go to Ryan.
I also had Senator.
And Abel.
I also went with Senator.
Senator is correct. All Freaks No Geeks taking a 1-point lead once again, 7-6. What is next?
All right. Next is another new category, Law and Order. In Die Hard 2, Die Harder, how does McClane figure out that Major Grant and his men are secretly on the side of Colonel Stewart?
I just rewatched this one. I've been going through all the Law and Order movies. People say like, yeah, it's not as good as the first one, but it's all right. Like, I just didn't care for this one, like compared to the third one. Like,
I think the third one taking a different direction was the way to go.
Yeah.
Because by then there was like 90 million Die Hard ripoffs, and 2 felt like just another one.
1 pens down. Agreed. Let's go to, I don't remember where we are. Let's say Ryan.
I wrote down their guns were firing blanks.
Let's go to Abel.
The guns were shooting blanks.
Dylan.
I blanked.
And Antonio.
I forgot this movie. He follows them to a church. I don't know.
The blanks, firing blanks is correct. So it is 7 in favor of all freaks. Your next question is in the category of Star Trek. Who directed Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country? My dog's barking to be let in, so I'm going to let him in. Kirk, why do you like this movie so much?
Christopher Plummer's pretty good. I think Spock's story is pretty solid.
Yeah.
And that country they discover is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no spoiler alert.
3, 2, 1, pens down. Let's go to this is where we should have gone to Ryan. Ryan, we'll go to you.
Nicholas Meyer.
Let's go to Abel.
Nicholas Meyer.
God damn it.
Dylan.
Nicholas Meyer.
And Antonio.
Jesus, I thought it was Shatner.
Nicholas Meyer is correct. All Freaks No Geeks lead by 2, 10-8. What is next, Kirk?
Next, we got horror icons. Which horror icons film features the killer being put through a car crusher?
Sounds violent.
I just watched an Italian gangster movie that ended in a junkyard where the guy didn't get put in a car crusher, but he grabbed the dude with the claw and swung him around. It was pretty cool.
That sounds amazing.
You would like to, I'm gonna have you watch this movie. I think
Repeat.
It's gonna be a repeat from Antonio.
All right, their first repeat, and it's in horror icons. Which horror icons film features the killer being put through a car crusher?
Yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a good movie. We'll talk
I
about
do
it
like the crime films.
I know. I was thinking about you. I was watching it. You and Cody.
Ooh, now I'm excited because that sounds really ridiculously fun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Abel.
No, I couldn't get it down in time.
All right, Dylan.
Said Dream Warriors.
Let's go to Antonio.
So Halloween Ends.
And Ryan.
I said Friday the 13th, Part 5.
Halloween Ends is correct.
Okay.
So Antonio cuts into that lead a little bit, making it 10-9. As we get into your final question of round number 1 in the category of James Bond, the assassin Donald Grant goes by what nickname in From Russia with Love? I like this movie. It's not my favorite of the era, but I enjoy it.
It's solid. It's it's good for trying to do the math in my head where I put this for this section. It's probably top 3 Connery for me.
I would say so. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Dylan.
No, I got nothing.
Antonio.
Also nothing.
Ryan.
I wrote Red Octopus.
And let's go to Abel.
I think I'm thinking of a different movie. I said The Dove.
Unfortunately, the answer is Red. So Ryan, very close, but we end the round 10-9. All Freaks No Geeks in the lead. So we're gonna get into round number 2. Here's how it's gonna work. This is the wheel round. We're going to bring in the wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each team is going to have a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it, or they can choose to spin again, but they have to keep what they spin the second time. Each question worth 2 points apiece, unless you check down to multiple choice. Then it will be worth only 1 point. Stealing's available in round 2. Be on the lookout for that. Both teams still have their challenges. All Freaks No Geeks has all 3 repeats. Galac-Deez Nuts has 2. Gentlemen, any questions before we get into the round?
Not at all.
No, everything's
Great.
clear.
Then your wheel today is brought to you by Best Buy. Save on select big screen TCL TVs, but don't buy TCL. That's not a great brand. Sorry, TCL.
Hey, I got TCL. It's actually
It's not great, Antonio. You got to upgrade there. So the categories on today's wheel are YA, Star Trek, Planet of the Apes, Jimmy B, Disney Animation, Sci-Fi Icons, Middle Earth, and Scores and Soundtracks. All Freaks No Geeks, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Galac-Deez Nuts?
I can look at that. Talking about shock the world. Good job, Dylan. I say we spin second. I think there's some things that we could have them take off the wheel that we currently don't want. Not that we wouldn't do well, because there's nothing you can give this team that we would not be good at.
Agreed.
But I say we just let them spin. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, we'll bring in Mr. Meltzer, and then this will be the spin for Galac-Deez Nuts. So, gentlemen, your spin is in. And it ever so slightly lands on opponent's choice. So we'll bring
It's
back.
like I know what I'm doing. Yes. Scroll down.
What will you be giving?
Scores and soundtracks, maybe. That one.
So here's my thought process. Here. We can go with 2 different options for it. I'm okay with scores and soundtracks, but I think that could fall into geek, and I think Abel could be good at that.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Antonio despises animated films. If he doesn't despise it, he doesn't watch them often. I managed him for 2 years. He just doesn't like them. So that's a thought process. I'm going to let you 2 rest on it, whichever one you would not like to see come up next round.
What do you think, Brian? Both of them are pretty rough for me.
I will be honest, after our last match against Wookiee Mistake, where animation kind of killed us, I mean, as much as I do my best to study up, I still
You know what, Ryan? You just said the key thing. Disney animation for them,
Let's
please.
do it.
Yeah. You good with that, Dylan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, Kirk, why don't you go ahead and give Galac-Deez Nuts their questions in the category of Disney animation, which they so graciously wanted.
All right, let me get there in the document. Okay, Galac-Deez Nuts, you guys ready for your first question?
Feast or famine. Let's go.
All right. Question number 1. Which Disney animated film features characters covering themselves in soot in order to disguise themselves from the main villain's henchmen?
These characters covering themselves in soot in order to disguise themselves. Is that triggering you at all?
No, it was a multiple choice.
Not for me as well. Multiple choice. Please.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, the Aristocats, B, Pocahontas, C, 101 Dalmatians, or D, the Black Cauldron.
I don't know why Aristocats also came first to mind to me. Like I've never seen it, but I just remember seeing like a scene from that movie where they do that.
I'm thinking Dalmatians.
Or Dalmatians, right? It's either one of those.
Yeah, I'm thinking Dalmatians.
Go ahead, man.
C, final answer.
C, 101 Dalmatians is correct for 1 point.
All right, good.
That's
And I do know how to read. The document says suit.
Yeah.
It was a typo. It was a typo.
Is it spelled like suit?
It was a typo.
Yeah, S-U-I-T, yeah. It's probably autocorrect.
It's S-O-O-T, yeah.
Okay, question number 2. In Encanto, Maribel's mother Julietta's gift is cooking recipes that do what?
Heal people.
Heals people. We can go with that, right?
Heal people, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Question number 3. Who voices the bear Tug, who leads the gathering of bears that Kenai and Coda attend in Brother Bear?
It's Michael Clark Duncan, right?
I've never seen the movie, so that's what your first instinct was. I trust you, man.
Big fuck off bear.
Yeah. You're pretty certain?
Sure.
You
Michael
want to
Clark,
shoot for?
final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Oof, good pull, man.
Big fuck off.
All right, your penultimate question. What is the name of Pinocchio's creator and father in Pinocchio?
Geppetto.
Yeah.
Geppetto, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question. What specifically causes Ratigan to fall off the clock tower and to his death in The Great Mouse Detective?
The clock strikes midnight, I think, but I don't know if they
Do you want to be showing a multiple choice, or you just want to?
Well, it's the clock strikes. Like, that's why it like vibrates, and that's why he
You
falls.
could say that, and we want to challenge. It's up to you.
3.
The clock strikes, and that's why it vibrates. Final answer.
I think we said that the bell rings. That is correct for 2 points.
Good pull.
I didn't know if it was midnight, so I don't want to.
Yeah, right. No, that's a good way to put it.
All right. So Galac-Deez Nuts gets their total up to 18. Is that what you have, Kirk?
Yes, that is what I have.
All right. So we'll bring in Cody and the wheel. This is going to be the spin for All Freaks No Geeks.
I know Antonio pretty well. I didn't know Obel that well, so that's on my guy. That's my bad.
You get a free respin.
Hey, we would have landed on it. So.
Yeah.
It lands on Star Trek.
How do you feel with it, Ryan?
I mean, I'm very confident with Star Trek.
Okay, because they can go pretty deep with these, but
You're very
But
like 80%.
I'm very.
We need 10 points.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, if he's very confident, we'll ride. Let's just try it. Yeah, Ryan, take it.
All right, we'll take Star Trek.
All right. I will be giving you your questions in the category of Star Trek. Are you ready, All Freaks No Geeks?
Let's go.
All right, your first question in the category of Star Trek. Which Star Trek film features an energy force field that a Federation officer goes underneath by sliding through a rock formation?
Dylan, that is Star Trek Generations.
All right, go for it. Yeah.
Star Trek Generations, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points, which I have to grab my marker, which fell off my
Got
lap.
Hoping the wording,
down, that is
hoping the
correct.
wording and the question will throw him off.
Great job.
Why I'm always barefoot so I can grab it with my feet.
Very far away. So, your next question. In Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, who goes with Chekhov to find the nuclear vessel?
Is that Uhura?
Yes, it is Uhura.
Uhura, final answer.
Nuclear vessel. That is correct.
It's what I said. This is what I said.
Alvida.
Your next question. Who plays Cybok in Star Trek V, The Final Frontier?
I don't know on that one. Do you know? Would you want to go
I
multiple
probably
choice?
would get it on multiple choice. I would get it on multiple choice.
Okay,
Yeah,
we'll go to multiple choice then.
All right, your options are A, Lawrence Luckenbill, B, Cliff Gorman, C, Reuben Green, or D, Gary Morton.
I didn't know how to say his last name, and I did not want to lose 2 points over that. So it's A, Lawrence Luckenbill.
Final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. Your next question. In Star Trek Beyond, what is the name of the bioweapon Krall wants to use to destroy Yorktown?
It's been forever since I've seen this, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, it's right there on the tip of my tongue.
You want to check down to multiple again?
Yeah, man. It's once again it's pronunciation. So yeah, multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, Andolin, B, Darbringer, C, Triward, or D, Abronath.
It's D, Dylan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go with that.
D, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Good job.
That has bit me in the ass 2 times with that weapon. That's why I couldn't. I need that.
All right, your final question. What type of event is Picard at when we first see him in Star Trek Nemesis?
He is he's at a wedding ceremony. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. A wedding. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And Kirk, if I'm not mistaken, a tie game.
Cool.
That is what I have.
All right, so 18-18. Close one as we get into the betting round. Here's how it's going to work. there are going to be 5 questions that the players are going to get to play through. We are going to say a category. They're going to decide whether they want to bet 0, 1, or 2 on the question. If they get the question right, they will gain those points. If they get the question wrong, they will lose those points. One player will take the first question, then the other player will have to take the second. You can reset on questions 3 and 4, and then work together on question 5. Should we get there, gentlemen? Do you have any questions?
Crystal clear.
All right, then the first category that you can bet points on is going to be Star Trek. Let's get bets, starting with Galac-Deez Nuts. Who's taking it, and how much are you betting?
That would be me. I'm betting 2.
And All Freaks No Geeks. Who's taking it, and how much?
I'll be taking it, and for 2.
Okay, your question in the category of Star Trek is as follows. In Star Trek 2009, Nero stranded Spock Prime on Delta Vega so that he could watch what specifically? I see that your sweatshirt says the word pit. Does that stand for a? Are you some sort of musician?
No, as University of Pittsburgh.
Oh, that makes sense. That also adds up to you. What you're saying is you're not a musician.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not a football player either. But
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Abel.
The destruction of his home planet.
And Ryan.
Yeah, the destruction of Vulcan.
We can accept both those answers. So 20-20, staying tied. Antonio and Dylan have to take the next one, and it is the category of Star Wars.
Ooh, okay.
All right, let's get bets starting with Dylan.
We're betting 2.
All right, and Antonio.
We're also betting 2.
All right, Kirk, will you please go ahead and read the question in Star Wars?
Absolutely. In Rogue One, who is the last person to physically hold the Death Star plans?
This is tense.
It is. Do you guys banner here? I don't think you guys banner here, do you?
We try to, but then it gets tense.
Yeah.
So, 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
That's going to be the first repeat for All Freaks No Geeks.
Okay. In Star Wars, in Rogue One, who is the last person to physically hold the Death Star plans?
You could hear a pin drop with this tension. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is usually where me and Nick just sit there and go.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Dylan.
I said Leia.
And Antonio.
She's holding hope, Princess Leia.
Leia is correct.
Good job, Dylan.
Wow. So 22-22. A barn burner indeed. Whoever said it before. Your next category, you can reset who takes it. And the category is DreamWorks animation. All right, we're going to start with Galac-Deez Nuts. Who's going to take this one? How much are you betting?
Cartoons, yeah. I'm betting 1.
Okay. And who's taking it for All Freaks? And who? How much are you betting?
I will be, and I'll be betting 0.
All right. So your question in the category of DreamWorks animation is as follows. Who voices Poe's father, Lee, in Kung Fu Panda 3? Kirk, I'm very nervous right now.
I know, right?
This
It's
is
just the beginning of the season.
I know.
We're just getting started. We got a whole year of this. Holy
This
crap!
this is like the 6th match we've recorded, and we've had a lot of not very close matches. This is the first one so far. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. This is the first one that's gone past the first betting round question. That's for sure. We're gonna start with Dylan, who bet 0.
I said John Lovitz.
No. Abel.
Say my name. Brian Cranston.
Brian Cranston.
It's okay, Dylan. Look, it's all right.
So
It's all right, man.
Galac brings it up 1 point, 23-22. Still 2 questions remaining. The next category is. Let's all go to court. All right, let's get bets, starting with Ryan.
What the hell? I decided to go 2.
And Antonio.
2.
Okay, here's the situation. Both players hit. Both players miss. We move on to the final question. If Antonio hits while Ryan misses, Galac-Deez Nuts will win. But if Ryan hits and Antonio misses, we move on to the final one as well. So
no pressure then. Yeah.
Here is the question. It's going to come to you from Mr. Kolakowski. Kirk, take it away.
All right. Once again, the category of Law and Order. In which Law and Order film do partners spend the majority of the film pretending to be each other in order to keep a key witness?
Have you ever gone to court or done some law now?
I have been to court, yes.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's going to be the second repeat for Galac-Deez Nuts.
All right. In which Law and Order film do partners spend the majority of the film pretending to be each other in order to keep a key witness? Traffic violations. Nothing major.
You went to argue them?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to. You know how many times I got lucky and the officer was just like, okay, never mind. Like it never happened.
I always just pay them.
Oh no, you got to fight. You got to put up a fight.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna start with Ryan on this one.
Oh, I was gonna say put all the pressure on me, have me go last, but okay. I have Bad Boys
and Antonio.
I almost forgot these were part of the freaking category. Bad Boys.
Bad Boys is correct.
Good job, Ryan.
25-24 in favor of Galac-Deez Nuts. 1 category remaining. You can choose, or you guys can work together on this one. The category that you will be able to bet on is Marvel, regular Marvel. All right, we're going to get bets starting with Galac-Deez Nuts. And all freaks, no geeks.
2.
All right, here's what's going to happen. We are going to give all freaks, no geeks their question first as they are down. If they hit, we will move over to Galac-Deez Nuts to answer their question. If they miss, Galac-Deez Nuts will not need to answer a question. They will win the match. All freaks, no geeks, are you ready for your question? You are getting question number 1 in Marvel. Are you ready?
Yeah, and we have 2 repeats, right?
Yeah, 2 repeats remaining, yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I got them on the board. 2 repeats.
All right. Your question. Question number 1. In Spider-Man 3, after Harry regains his memory, what is the first thing he makes MJ do?
Anything jump to mind off the bat? Like,
I'm
nothing.
really. I mean, of course, I know in the film they do cook omelets together, but I'm not sure about if it's a meat.
I think that was.
Repeat the question.
Yeah, repeat the question.
All right, that is your second repeat. In Spider-Man 3, after Harry regains his memory, what is the first thing he makes MJ do?
Oh, regains his memory. Yeah, break up with Peter, if I recall.
Okay. Yeah, I was about because the omelet thing I thought was before that, but yeah.
Sorry, yeah, I got caught up on the whole losing memory thing. No, it's break up with Peter. Yeah.
All right, you want to go for it then?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, lock it in.
Break up with Peter. Final answer.
That is correct. For
Thank
2 big points.
I got caught up in my head again.
Here is the situation, ladies and gentlemen. Kirk Kolakowski is going to give Galac-Deez Nuts a question in Marvel. If they hit it, they will win. And I don't know if I said this earlier. I don't think I fucking did. They're going to move on to a next match that's going to be high profile. I guess I shouldn't put pressure on them now. So they're going to go to another match. If they lose, the game goes to all freaks, no geeks. This is nuts. Kirk, go ahead and give them their question. Gentlemen, you have 1 repeat remaining.
All right. Once again, the category of Marvel. How does the officer who shoots and cures Mystique die in X-Men The Last Stand?
I got a little interference there. Well,
do you need a technical? Or?
Yeah, because there was something.
Yeah, go ahead, Kirk.
How does the officer who shoots and cures Mystique die in X-Men The Last Stand?
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think Pyro shoots fire at him.
The officer who shoots and cures Mystique.
Yeah, they're breaking out Mystique and Juggernaut and all that stuff.
Fine.
So it's just the last repeat.
Yeah, let's do one more repeat.
All right. That's your last repeat. Go ahead, Kirk.
Okay. Sorry about that.
All good.
How does the officer who shoots and cures Mystique die in X-Men: The Last Stand?
Pretty much, yeah. After he does that, Pyro just shoots fire at him. So I guess burns him.
This is at.
This is like in that truck with the prisoner transport.
Oh. All right. If that's what you're feeling,
So yeah,
I'm not familiar with this.
4, 3.
Pyro burns him. Final answer.
And your winners. Galac-Deez nuts burned alive by Pyro is the
Yes,
answer.
bro.
Wow. Kirk, that was a crazy match.
Yeah.
You said at the beginning, when Kirk is around, it's an event in
Fireworks.
Fandom. This
Fireworks
was an
every
event.
time.
Fireworks every time Kirk is here. Holy shit, a great match.
Mhm.
Down to the wire. Final score 27-26. Both came to play. They said at the beginning if this was the last All Freaks, No Geeks match, they were just going to come in and have fun. They made it an incredible match. Galac-Deez nuts starting off a little slow, but gaining the momentum, getting the points they needed. And incredibly close game the whole time. Wow. Let's get into the post-match interviews. We're going to start by talking to All Freaks, No Geeks, along with their manager, Cody. Guys, wow. Absolutely insane. What are your thoughts?
Listen, when I returned to Fandom, this is the reason why I wanted to, when me and Scott were talking about Faction, how I wanted to manage Fandom. Because Fandom is the most, the game can change each round and be crazy. I mean, Antonio on that team, me, him, and Jake bet all the way coming back from 9 points in a previous match against Cameron, the Camerons. So, it's so possible. And if we would have bet dumb on that DreamWorks question, we might not have got to the ending that we wanted to get to at this point. So, again, it was one bad category in the entire run that separated us, really. And it was DreamWorks. And if they would have bet 2, it would have been over. So, listen, this team was really good. I don't know about past matches and how you guys played, but I think you guys played the best you could on the final match with each other. And I think that was you guys trusted each other. You talked it out. You did well. And again, that team's good over there. That team is good. So at the end of the day, we took them to the final question. So, and I think some people, when this thing comes out, will not believe that this match could be one-sided in a poll. And we showed that what we could do. So, and I'm really excited for the future too. I'm excited for Ryan and Jay to get together. I think they complement each other really well. And heck, maybe I make Dylan the manager for that team. Who knows? Crazy things could happen. But yeah, that's a great. They played great today. Nothing that you can't hang your head on a 1-point loss. At that point, you did what you could. There's nothing you could have changed. You can't know another DreamWorks pack that you don't know. So I'll let them talk about. But great job, Galac-Deez nuts. Hate your name, but good job, my team too.
Yeah, Dylan and Ryan, any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I feel good about it. I mean, just if this is the last time me and Ryan ever played together, I just want to say I had a great time on this team, and it was fun giving Fandom teams a try. But I'm also looking forward to stepping back and maybe just focusing on having some fun in singles and just taking trivia a little bit more easily this year and not get so worked up about it because it stressed me out a lot last year. But yeah, this was a really fun match to be a part of, and yeah, it was a good time.
Awesome. Ryan?
I mean, everything Cody and Dylan said, I do feel the same. Although I do admit that there were questions in this match where I should have maybe used a repeat for, but I was always trying to save a repeat for later. But you know what? That's then and there. And if one thing in my matches I've shown from experience, I am shit with pronunciations, and I'm always off on a name. So going multiple choice a couple of times in round over Star Trek was not a mistake, especially when, just like with Star Wars and Star Trek, you can mix up pronunciations off the drop of a hat. So all it came down to was just the final round, and Dylan, and it was the smart choice for DreamWorks because no idea what you're going to get. The same thing with Law and Order as well. When the category is more broad and when you start going plot specific, it starts to throw you in a loop. If Dylan had not really caught me on that last question, I would have messed up, and that would have been on us. So, one thing I'm sure, yeah, I mean, I'll be sad that Dylan will be stepping back away from teams. I really felt that we were starting to find where we can work and complement each other. But if he's moving on singles, then hey, he's going to do great in singles. I can't wait to play with Jay. Me and him have played each other in exhibition matches and regular matches. So I can't wait to see how we're going to gel.
Awesome. All right. Well, we'll see that very soon. Guys, congrats on a fantastic match. As we bring in the winners today, Galac-Deez Nuts, gentlemen, absolute insanity. Great match. You guys, my favorite match of the season so far. Fantastic stuff. How are we feeling? Jake, why don't we start with you as the manager?
Yeah, like I'm shaking my hands because I was clapping so hard backstage after they hit that one because I was like, oh my God. That was incredible. Amazing pull by Antonio right there to win it in the end. I got to give a lot of credit to All Freaks No Geeks. They played a really, really good match in this one, pushed these guys to the limit. I will say, though, these guys kind of find themselves in the habit of getting into matches where it comes down to the last question, and it can kind of go either way. So it's like my first heart attack of the season as a manager. With these two, it probably will not be the last. But I'm just glad that Cody doesn't know the opposition. And that's why we won this one, because they gave us a category we put on the wheel. So good job there. But yeah, these guys are a really good team. They played a really good team today, and it's unfortunate if they do break up. But yeah. I'm so proud of these two, the way that they just fought through opponent's choice, killed it in round 3. And yeah, guys, have your moment.
I got to be honest, I wasn't feeling great. That round 1 was going really not our way. Or like at one point I was feeling really rough. And then I think Antonio got into a little bit of a rut. So
yeah.
I don't know, man. Opponent's choice. When that
you saved us with Disney though,
when
man.
When that, I was like, damn, this is not our day. But they gave us Disney. I mean, I get it's a broad category, a lot of movies, but it happened to be some of the ones that I know. So yeah, that was good. And I'm happy for them that their last match would have been this good. But I'm also sad because if they played it well, then they should continue. But it's all good. It was an honor to
they gave us a hell of a match, and just glad that this is the kind of chemistry that me and Abel have, and I think we're just going to keep getting better and better. And especially, going back and forth with our, going for it, and just glad we came out with the last pull. That's the thing that I think bit us in the ass in the past, but I'm glad we finally came out with it this time.
Well, gentlemen, next time will be soon. There's a vacant belt right now. Vacant belts, because the Manhattan Project dropped their belts. You guys are in the run for those belts. I forgot to mention that at the beginning, but maybe that helped with the pressure. Who knows? But this means you're heading to a number 1 contenders match, and you will be facing Young Justice, Cameron Holtzman, Javi Madden in a number 1 contenders match to go for the title. What are your guys' thoughts on Holtzman and Javi?
I like that. I think we've played them before in different leagues, matches and stuff. That's really cool. I've never been in the number 1 contenders match before.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'd have to get some revenge against Javi. So yeah, that's also a little bit of a subplot there. So yeah, looking forward to it. Yep. Love
the fire. Yeah, I think it's going to be a really fantastic match. I think both teams are kind of contrasting styles, but they're a really strong team, but so are these guys. So I'm really excited for that match, even if I wasn't managing.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. I can't wait to see it. We'll see you soon with the next one. Kirk, any final thoughts from you as we wrap this up?
Yeah, no, it was great. I'm really glad I got to be part of this great match. Ryan and Dylan going out on a high note with a really competitive showing, and I think it's going to be a great number one contenders match. Two contrasting teams, I think, to say the least. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being a part of it, Kirk. Thank you to Jake and Antonio and Abel. Thank you to Cody and Ryan and Dylan. Thank you to Nick from behind the scenes writing this match. I have been Tim. We'll see you next time with another great Fandom match. But until then, have a great night. See you later.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.